I've been proud of Noah, just his consistency, and how he's been pretty much all spring. Working with the two line, a lot of guys shuffling through. Same thing with the wideout core, and he's still completing. I think he was up to about 68% overall throughout the spring. So not a bunch of turnovers. I think we only had like 4 picks in team and 7-on-7 periods throughout the whole spring. So doing a nice job of doing what we focused on, from the get go coming out in spring ball, and that was obviously moving chains and going down scoring points, but also protecting the ball better. That's been a big focal point for us, and I think he's done a nice job of that as well.
When you recruited him out of high school, the message to him was it, hey, a couple years you're going to be the guy, right? Or what was kind of the message to him when you were recruiting him?
Yeah,
When he could get playing time?
yeah. I mean, you never know when that time's going to come. That's none of us have a crystal ball. You don't know when it's going to happen. With Noah, he's always kind of just been a special kid. Like I've told you guys before, I mean, he's ahead of his time in terms of football IQ and just his savviness, his calmness, his poise, things like that. So coming in from day one, he just had that ability. And as he's grown up and matured and learned the offense better, it's only gotten better and better for him. And I just keep stressing to him, like, you don't know when your time's gonna come, but make sure you're ready if and when it does, and that's all you can ever do when you're not, the starter and you're the backup or you're the number 3 or whatever it is. We tell it to all our guys in our room. We only got 4 guys in the room. It's a pretty empty quarterback room. It's not like it's a crowded room. So, everybody's got to be ready when that opportunity comes. Be ready.
What is Jayden's biggest growth been beyond?
Outside of his just physical stature, it's like night and day. I was up in coach's office when we saw, a clip from last year's spring game. It looks like a completely different guy. That's the obvious one, but just, mentally, command of the offense, command of his reads, going through his progressions, finding his check downs, really understanding protections, when he needs to flipper it, based on what the look the defense has given us, if we need to pick up a pressure a different way or whatever it might be. So just been really proud of him and just, continuing to grow as a leader on the team, to doing a nice job on the sideline, talking to guys and working through issues that, it's not going to always be perfect. And taking guys on the sideline and talking to Jacob about how he wants him to run a certain route or whatever. And those guys, the dialogue that we hear now on the sideline and at practice wasn't happening a year ago. So that's how you're kind of getting over the hump with that kind of thing, and we're close.
That physical stature, that change, how does that impact
I mean, I think obviously you see a little more velocity on the ball coming from him. The last 2 practices he had some tremendous deep balls. He's done a great job with that. But other than that, just you don't see it right now, but in the season, ability to come back from hits and things like that, be more durable. We talk about those things. He's a durable guy to begin with, but that extra body armor will help him, come the fall.
You guys ran 111 plays today. How much was run and pass?
I don't know those numbers exactly. Felt like 200 plays. Felt like a lot of plays today. But, overall, came out of it healthy, which is what you always want. Didn't have a bunch of turnovers. I didn't think we were, super clean today like we had been leading up to the scrimmage. But there's some things that we gotta fix. Some things we gotta get back in there and fix through the film, whether it be the couple delay of games or balls on the ground a couple times. Had the one tip pass that got picked on the sideline. So some things that we can get better at, tempo in and out of the huddle, just little things like that. But overall, we're really pleased with where we're at right now.
How would you impression of Brayden?
Brayden's been great. He's also a kid that's kind of unflappable. Just kind of got this cool way about him, and he's really smart. He's worked really hard in the classroom to learn the offense, and he's very talented. He's got a lot of arm talent, as you saw there on the go ball, that he threw the touchdown pass on. He can throw with velocity, he can throw with touch, make all the different kind of throws that we ask him to do. So he'll get better and better, as he gets more developed through the weight room and conditioning and TO and his staff. And really excited about where he's at right now as a kid that just got here, a high school senior. So.
Why do you think spring games have become such a big part of the college football program, what they do on a yearly basis?
Yeah, I mean, for us, Coach does an amazing job, like he does with so many things. But I think he does a good job of really, kind of celebrating this program. Celebrating the University of Arizona, celebrating the history and tradition of the football program, bringing past players back to coach in the game and do different fun things like that. But at the core of it, you're still going out and you're playing a football game, a real game that we're keeping score in, and guys are going to come out here and really compete hard. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to it. But again, it's a credit to Coach Fish and everything that he's organized for the program.